Welcome back to Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. We're about to embark on Chapter 4-5, which is the last chapter before the tower. One thing I should note is that somebody is vacuuming, I think, upstairs, and I did a test recording and I couldn't hear the noise on the test recording, but in case that actually does come through, I apologize for that. Hopefully it won't. Anyway, first thing I'm going to do here is talk to some birds. About who gets probably a Satori sign or something. Or maybe it's like a talisman. Oh no, it's less valuable than both of those things. Huzzah! Okay, so support-wise, I doubt there's much of anything going on. Janaf and Ulki are still only at C, which is kind of sad. Yeah. XP-wise, I don't think there's anything going on here either, really. We do have Zahark, in theory, would like some bonus XP levels, but I'm clearly not taking him into the tower, so I don't think there's any reason to spend the resources on it. Oh, hey, Joffrey, welcome back. Oh, hey, Bastion. Oh, right, we should talk about Bastion. Okay, let me pull up his growth rates, because that's going to matter. So, Bastion is pretty similar to Sonic-y, I would say, in terms of effectiveness, both in the sense that he's got quite a lot of magic, and in the sense that he doesn't have very much speed. He's got a little bit more speed than she does, and he's not weighed down by anything. So, he's not at least really at risk of getting doubled by much of anything, except for sword masters. Maybe there's some halberdiers and warriors that can start to double him soon, but won't matter because this chapter is all against Laguz anyway. He's pretty bulky, 45 HP and 20 defense is pretty good for a mage, and obviously 32 resistance is fine. So there's nothing really wrong with him, and he's actually. He's not bad by any means. He's just outclassed by, everyone I will end up bringing into the tower and then some. But he's certainly better than almost all the other mages you have access to at this point. And even if you trained them, I'm not sure that wouldn't be true. Like maybe Khalil or Soren could get enough speed that they could outperform him, but I don't know. I don't know if that's even true. Anyway, so, I won't be taking him to the tower, but I may be deploying him this chapter, depending on, he'd be, down roster choice, but he's a healer, so that's also helpful. He's got that utility going for him. Oh, I growth rate-wise, everything he has is pretty bad. I mean, he's level 10, tier 3, so it doesn't matter too much, but, 25 HP... 30 magic and 40 speed, those are shockingly low. Well, 40 speed isn't shockingly low, but 30 magic and 25 HP is shockingly low. 70 skill, so that's his one high growth rate, and 50 resistance, I guess, is pretty high. 40 luck, 25 defense. So yeah, I mean, you're not gonna, grow him into anything great by somehow getting him XP, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, and now let's take a look at our skills. And speaking of skills, I think, yeah, Bastion does have corrosion, which I'm probably just going to sell. Joffrey's Paragon is already off of him. Oh, I'm going to take Nihil finally off of Nolan. We're not going to need it now, but at some point we might. Same thing with Parity. Well, not because we might need it, probably. I guess maybe we can use Parity as a bad version of Nihil if necessary, but could also be something we end up selling. Let's see. There's not going to be any archers in this map, so we can take Nullify off of Jannoff. Okay, so now we've got some things to assign. We've got a Paragon, and I would like to give that to Alencia. So I'm going to take Imbue off of her. I don't know for sure that I'm going to take her into the tower, but I think of all of the units in this party other than Tibarn, and I suppose Rayson, but... oh, and Shinon. Okay, well... okay, I mean, I guess I could give Paragon to Shinon instead, but Shinon... I mean, the thing about Shinon is he doesn't really need it to get to the point where he's, like, tower usable. Whereas Alencia might. She really needs some more speed and some more strength. Just double check. Yeah, she's actually got 65 strength growth and 70 speed growth. So if she gets some levels, she can reasonably quickly get to a point where she's like really good, as opposed to just kind of good, I guess. Shinon's got 40 strength and 65 speed, so you know those are reasonable as well. He's already got 30 speed to Alencia's 25, so he's not doubling everything by any means, but he's doubling a decent number of things. So I don't think he needs it as much as she does. Anyway, the other thing I want to do is give pass to Tibarn, and I think to do that I'm just going to take off Savior, because like I don't really use that anyway. Alright, now we've got a Wrath, a Fortune, oh, Beast Foe. Let's give that back to Nolan. That'll be useful. Wrath, we could give to Zahark, because why not? We gotta give Imbue to somebody. I guess... If I recall correctly, yeah, I mean, we can't give it to Bastion. We can give it to Shinon. There's a bunch of magic, so we'll do that. I don't know that he'll need it. He hasn't needed it in the past, but whatever. Okay, so we have Fortune is the only other thing we would really want to give out, so we'd want to give that to somebody with low luck. Which would be... well, Zahark and Nolan don't have space for it. Ow, Edward has a lot of luck. Holy crap. I could give it to Lucia, or I could give it to... like Bastion. Actually, I should see who I'm going to actually deploy. And that applies to Renulf and Renewal as well. In fact, maybe I'll remove it from him until I determine that I'm actually deploying him. So I'm not exactly sure who I'm going to deploy. So, in fact, let's just figure that out now. Hi, Azuka. Nice to see you again. Somehow he's like actually summoning them, like not just taking existing Lagoos and warping their minds or whatever, but actually like summoning them out of nowhere. So that's some serious dark magic business going on. He is a summoner, which I believe he's the only one who is. Oh, he's also got Flare. Huh. Alright, so he's a tier 3. He's only got 25 speed though. I mean, Tibarn will crush him. I'm not really concerned about that. Nullify an opponent's resistance. So hypothetically, that would actually still only do 53 damage, which is to say, not enough to kill Tibarn, so whatever. Volk's hanging out over here. We don't have access to him yet, but we will. Okay, so I think actually I was saying I wasn't sure if I was going to deploy Bastion, but I just remembered that he's the one that can actually recruit Volk, so I will deploy him. And to do that, probably cut Ranulf, just because it, like, I just don't get much value out of him, generally speaking. So, do that. Joffrey stuff in the convoy. Drop Ranulf stuff in the convoy. Bastion does not need an elixir or corrosion. We can give him some more tomes. Oh, and like a men staff. He's already got an Arcwind, Arc Thunder. Take one of those. Bolganone. Ooh. Well, that's strictly better than. No, it's not. Just kidding. Okay. I guess we'll give him a honorary as well. Okay. So, I'm gonna go. Oh. Let's drop this stuff off. That. Let's go back and check out. So in the secret, I don't know why I always call this the secret shop. The bargain bin. We've got the bird foe, which I could see making use of that. I'm not sure on who though. Obviously not Tivarn. Alencia actually does have room for it. I don't know that she would need it in order to kill. I mean, I guess that's something I should look at. So she's only got 25 speed. The tigers may actually. Oh no, some of them have 20 speed. Cats. She's definitely not going to be doubling any cats. Or hawks, or ravens. So ravens, 35, she can do 23 twice, so she can't quite kill that one. She can kill that one. 15 twice is not even close, and in fact, no, she would kill with a quad. But how much is the bird foe at? That's what I actually need to. 15. Oh, that's substantial. That is substantial. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Oh. All right. I thought it was 10 for some reason. Okay, fine. Not her. Janaf? Or I mean, Shinon won't need it. Zahark doesn't have room. I could take Wrath off of him, though, but I think I'd rather have it on Janaf if he needs it, which I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I mean, he won't have trouble doubling, probably. Well, I could see there being Ravens with 32 speed. And indeed, there is one right there. 32, 32, 30, 30. So, I mean, he would need it against some... some ravens. Hawks. The question would be, again, can he deal enough damage? 34 and 8 is 42. So, like, against this guy, it'd be 22 twice. So not particularly close even. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll give it to Janaf. Not sure if he'll be comfortable with that, but it's not up to him. Okay, so what else? got... I mean, we could give a Nihil to someone, actually, just because of the flare, but I don't know if I'll actually need it. Oh, I was talking about Fortune. Leave that to Lucia or Bastion. I mean... I guess Lucia. I don't know. Okay, renewal. So we did... We're not deploying Renolf, so... Well, that would be good on one of the Hawks, but not an option. I don't have, like, anyone who has room for it except Friss. And Bastion. I mean... Fine, I guess. It's pretty bad, but 4 per turn. Okay. I think... Oh wait. I guess Shinon could have taken it, but he's already got Imbue, so... That would be more than a little silly. Also, I like how you get Corrosion in a chapter where you literally fight one enemy with a weapon. Like, okay. I didn't even notice that before, but really? Huh. Okay, so now I need to check on our item situation. I guess Shinon could maybe use a fresh steel bow and a fresh crossbow. Maybe he wants a new steel blade, sure. New hand axe. Actually, Nolan isn't gonna... No, with Beast Foe, Nolan isn't gonna use anything except these two, so I might as well just put all the other stuff back. That seems fine. Yeah, alright. So the only other thing is... So we have access to the Forge. I assume the armory remains unchanged, even at this late stage of the game. Oh, you can buy Dark Magic. I guess if you had Peleus. I wonder if he's forced into this party. Maybe, or maybe I just haven't bothered to look. But yeah, everything else is... Why would you buy one of those? But anyway, so... Oh, actually, I think I've got some stuff to sell before I do that. Well, I can sell these door keys, because there aren't any more maps of doors. I could break them down if there were. I'll sell elixirs too. And this. And a blue gem, and a red gem. And an arm scroll. Yeah. Could sell some of these skills. I mean, I'm never going to use Corrosion or Wild Heart. I'd probably sell Shriek, but whatever. Okay, so yeah, we have access to the Forge again, and we can forge silver weapons. So before going into the tower, where I don't think we have immediate access to the Forge, or it might be, I don't know, there's some weirdness to it. I want to forge a bunch of weapons. So basically, I think what I want to do is I'm going to forge more weapons than I probably will actually use, just to cover all of the units that I might take, which means axe for Har, axe for Jill, axe for Titania, lance for Oscar, lance for Marcia, sword for Mia, bow for Shinon. I think that pretty much covers my bases for like possible Bayork deployments into the tower. So I mean, I guess I could just go all in on these, because like, what else am I gonna spend my money on? How much is it to like? So we go from 500 to it's almost 3,000. That's kind of a lot. 90 is still pretty good. Is 80 good enough though? I mean, it probably is. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so axe for Har. More might. Can't go wrong with that. Oh wait, actually, let's do it like this. And for now, we'll give custody of this to Nolan, since that actually is probably more might than Tarvos. I think Tarvos has like 18 out of 20. Alright, axe number 2. Let's say this is for Titania. More might again, yay! Nolan, have another axe. Not that they're identical, so you don't really need them both, but... And axe number 3. This is for Jill. Accurate axe. Hooray. Actually, go ahead and have Nolan drop this back in the convoy. So now he's got 2080, a 1990, and an 18100. He's got all his bases covered. Okay, so we got 3 of those. Now let's forge a sword for Mia. That was expensive. I guess plus crit's good for her, but... oh, I guess a heart could use this, actually. Let's put away the... Let's put away the steel blade. Oop, no. Grab that. So this is 1790, and Edward's Calibulg is 1585, so... But that's fine, because the heart can double with the... better than Edward can, so... Okay, and then a lance... Actually, I may need to sell some more stuff before I can do that. Yep, I do. Okay. We want to make 2 lances and a bow, so we got a lot of stuff to sell, actually. Alright, what do I not need? I do have a lot of healing items. I've also got some tomes I'm not likely to use, although Sonic E does kind of want the lighter weight tome. Oh, Beast Killers. Volk might want those. Let's Racing carry them. And then we'll sell the other knives, because there's no way that we'll be using any of this stuff. Oh, we've got some, like, iron weapons that there's no... Oh, the longbow is useless, too. It just doesn't do anything. Iron axes, we don't need those. Bronze and iron lances, iron swords. Wish I could sell some of those Satori signs, but yeah, I'm gonna sell the herbs. I don't need herbs. I actually, although what I should have done before I did that is, which of these is the most like cost effective? So concoctions heal a total of 240 hit points for 1200. Vulneraries heal 160 hit points for 800. So those are the same cost effectiveness, right? Like basically vulneraries are 100 gold per charge, and a charge is 20. These are 200 per charge, and a charge is 40, so that comes up the same. Herbs heal. For herbs to do that, they'd have to cost 500, and they cost 600. So they are actually the best ones to sell. And then, but between vulnerary and concoctions, it's just a question of whether you'd rather have more charges or bigger heals. I think the answer is actually probably bigger heals, because like 6 is still a lot. But anyway. I guess we could start selling some steel items too. Like, I'm not using steel. I mean, Mia has one, I know, but that's just, I just use it because, like, sometimes I don't need the steel blade, but, like, at this point in the game, she's not gonna, like, run out. So let's sell steel swords. Steel lances, same deal. I'm mostly going to want to use great lances if we're going to use a generic weapon anyway, or the silver lances. Oh, iron great lance. I don't need that. And do I have like an iron blade? I don't. I might have iron poleaxe. I don't need that. Steel axes. Okay, steel bows. Well, Shinon still has one. And that's fine. We'll just use that one. Okay, now I've got some more money. I don't know if it's enough. So I might dip into the healing items next if I need to. But first, yeah, this is going to be expensive. Oh, man. Alright, this is for Marshall, we'll say. Nobody in this party can even use lances. Thanks a lot. And Oscar. Huh. That's better. Then that +5 crit. Alright, so to get a bow, we need about 6,000 more. I'm not even sure that I needed a bow. Like, you do get the double bow pretty soon, but I can probably afford to scrape together 6,000 more gold, so... Alright, let's sell some used vulneraries. Oh, that belongs to Janoff. Let's trade that out. Don't have any more unused vulneraries, but that's fine. Alright. Actually, Rayson probably doesn't need a vulnerary. Alright, we've also got some used concoctions, and actually, let's swap Loki's. Unused one. That might be enough. Oh, I'll sell this other one. Green for his outfit or red for his hair? Red. Oh, that's nice. Just, oops, be straightforward about this. Alright, oh, Shannon, I can't actually hold that. So let's do something about that. Oh, I guess yeah, I don't need the steel bow after all. Okay, well. Sell that later if I need to, but right now I don't need any more money, I don't think. So I think we are good to go. Oh, I think I was out of skill stuff to do. Yeah, I mean I could give somebody like Savior, I guess. I could give Valencia Savior. I guess there's no harm in it. Could have given Janoff Savior, but whatever. Okay. So, I guess I haven't actually talked about the chapter too much other than just alluding to Laguz. So, it's a defeat boss map. Supposedly you can take out Izuka as soon as turn 1, although I don't really see how, because he's like a little far away. You know, Tibarn's your best bet to just one-round him, and he's awfully far away, and he needs to transform, so his movement is cut by 2 on the first turn, and there's guys in the way, so I don't know. Maybe... You never get a warp staff in this game, just a rescue. So I guess maybe if you, like, rescue Tibarn forward. I guess I could kind of see that, like move Valencia like out here, have Racing come up and chant for her, rescue. But no, you still need to get through. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe siege tomes would be how you would deal with one of these guys, like a meteor or something. I don't know, but in any case, I don't think if it does require a rescue staff, I don't have it. Beyond that, you know, I don't really have any other good options. So well, that's not what we're gonna do. But also, Izuka does have this rewarp staff, which may mean that he just ends up going and flying around the map. I'm not really sure how that works exactly. It's weird that his tome gives him +3 strength. That's so random. Like, why would that be useful? I guess it would be useful. Like, it effectively just means it has 12 weight. Like, why not just... I don't know. That's just super goofball. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know if he's actually going to go flying around the map using that rewarp staff. If he is, this could actually take a little while, depending. There is a 10-turn but BXP limit, just like every other chapter in this part, except for 4.3. There are some hidden items. There is an Ashera icon, like, in this vicinity. It's a little hard to tell exactly where, but I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Like, I think it's in this box, if I'm reading this correctly. 3x3 box out in the water. And of course, we don't have a thief to find it. Then there's somewhere over here, maybe. Like here. Let's see, that's a tree. So here, yeah. So there's an Olevigrass here, and then there's another one out in the water here-ish, and then there's 4 coins, which, like, because I don't have enough of those. So I don't know if I'm really going to try that hard to get any of those except maybe the Ashera icon. Like, I've got enough Olevigrass to last me the rest of the game, I would imagine, given that I won't be using very many Olevigrass characters in the tower, if any. So. Okay. So, yeah, Bastion goes in the back because he's going to go talk to Volk. We'll talk about Volk when we recruit him. Riss can also go in the back. So Nolan wants to fight Tigers, probably, because they don't double him. And likewise, Edward wants to stick with his good buddy Nolan. Some Tigers might actually, yeah, some Tigers will actually double Edward too. Yeah, Nolan can't get quite far enough to crossbow that guy, but I guess he could if I use Racing. I may just stone Racing turn 1 though, we'll see. Let's see. So I think what we'd ideally like to do is get... Well, you know what else I could do? I mean, I've got enough Laguz stones. Could have Janaf and Ulki use Laguz stones instead of grass. I've got 2 completely unused ones, so I will go ahead and set that up. At least as an option. Oh my gosh. The transformed dragon has 10 speed! That's incredible. These guys have 32 speed and 30 attack. Well, this guy's 30 speed, but I'm just trying to see if is there anybody who Janaf and Ulki can allow to attack them. It seems like the dragon, maybe. So he does do a lot of damage, though. 44 damage. So if you were going to get attacked by the dragon, you really couldn't afford to get attacked by anything else. I assume Loki's situation is no better, yeah. pretty much identical. One more defense, one less HP. So the Ravens do 18 twice, so 36 to Janov. So they can only take, you know, they can't go over here because there's nowhere they can go over there but they only get hit by one enemy. So they could get attacked by cats. Cats have 35, which is not enough to kill them. Some of them have 33. I also don't know how fast dragons are in the swamp, so that's something to... Maybe I'll just look that up. Actually, I don't even remember how fast the beasts are in the swamp. Is it different from bogs? Probably, because why wouldn't it be? Alright, so... oh, weird. Untransformed beasts take 3 move to get through the swamp. Transform take 4, so they effectively move 2 squares either way. Dragons, untransformed dragons take 3, and transformed dragons take 4. So basically, they have like 1 movement, I assume, because they only have they have 6 base movement transform. But that's, yeah, they only get to move 1 square in the swamp. They get, you know, obviously if they're right on the edge, they could move a little bit on land. Other than that, but like, dang, that is pretty bad. So Lucia doesn't get doubled by cats. So if I wanted to put just like a wall here, where I get like, you know, I could do like Ulki, Janov, Lucia, Shinon, and Valencia or something. I don't know. That's an option. Or Zahark, actually. He also doesn't get doubled. He will double some of the cats. So I could do something like that. Yeah, so if I was going to do that, I would want to... I guess Rayson doesn't need to be that far forward if he's going to use the Lagoon Stone anyway. Okay. I think... the other thing we need to do, so like 47 attack is a lot. Nolan is 23 defense with Tarvos equipped. So he cannot take 2 hits from 2 tigers. So sending him to deal with the tigers is like good from an offensive standpoint, not so much from a defensive standpoint. We might be able to arrange it so that Nolan and Edward also can each only take 1 attack. Let's do it like this. Alright. Okay, off we go. Tarvos is not enough. So probably what we're going to do is that. No speed. That's really sad considering he has 60% speed growth. Got some defense. It'll help a little bit. Okay. Tibarn taking this cat out probably makes some sense. Although, I mean, there's plenty of other people who could do it. Like maybe if I put Tibarn here, that gives me my, like, these two only get attacked by one enemy setup. Oh, I should go do this. Get Volk. Oh, crap. I didn't think about that. Alright, fine. Restart. I'll have to sell a few more items. Okay. What are we selling to get to 3,000? Sell that steel bow that he had. Sonic surely doesn't need 2 fire tomes. Or 3 L fire tomes. Or 3 thunder tomes. Actually, I mean, yeah, we'll just sell down to 1 of these. Probably don't really need another arc wind either. Actually, I've already got 3,000. Interesting that you don't actually get the option. Alright, let's talk about Volk. So, Volk has really good stats. He's got 35 speed, which is as high as anybody that any Bayork you have access to at this point. I mean, it isn't necessarily, but for me it is. I think Ike got to 35 last chapter. I know Mia was at, or no wait, or maybe Mia got to 36. Well, anyway, it's enough to double almost everything. There are some sword masters who have 32 speed. There were some in the last chapter, but that's maybe there could be Pegasus Knights that would also, or Falcon Knights, whatever. But basically, you know, his speed is great. His strength is quite good. He's surprisingly bulky, 52 HP, 26 defense, 22 resist. I mean, that's really good. I mean, he is like, his stats are really good. Now, obviously, the problem is that being an assassin, he only has access to knives. So, like, the ultimate throwing knife, it only has 13 might. Though, the Baselard has more, and that's the one range weapon. And I guess the Peshkats is, like, comparable to a forged hand axe. Not that I have any with me, but in terms of might value, so, you know, it's that's fine. It's more the you know, the regular knife, or regular daggers are weak. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll also mention his growth rates: 50 HP, 50 strength, 60 skill, 65 speed, 45 defense, 15 res. I skipped over 20 luck, but you know, he's actually got really pretty good growth rates. Now he's a level 13 tier 3 unit, so the relevance of that is, you know, highly debatable. So he's also got crit plus 25, which I'm pretty sure Whispers do not get, and is also greater than the crit bonus given to Marksman and to True Blades. I think True Blades get plus 20. You can see here, Marksman get plus 15. What's the Halberdier one called? Sentinels get plus 10. So he's got the highest crit bonus in the game. Lethality is... I don't remember whether lethality is as, like, has as low of an activation rate in Radiant Dawn as it does in Path of Radiance. I'll look that up. So in Yeah, in Path of Radiance, it's crit rate over 2, which means that it's actually dependent on your weapon, and the problem is that you can't forge like a high crit weapon, and there's no equivalent of like a killing edge for the knife weapon line, so it's pretty problematic. Radiant Dawn, it's skill over 2, so that is, I want to say, is still half of the other mastery skills. Let's see. I'm just going to pick a random one. Oh, apparently Tear is speed over 2, so it may actually be comparable. Impale is skill over 2. Okay, yeah. So it does have comparable activation rate. So that's good. It means that, I mean, it doesn't make it better than any of the other ones because all the other ones are basically insta kills anyway. But it means that it's not worse, so that's good. And then Stillness, I mean, he's bulky enough that he doesn't really need it, and I don't know how much it costs. You can't see that here, but maybe I assume you can take it off of him. But anyway, it's like a better shade, so I mean that's cool. Anyway, I think overall Volk is actually a viable character to take into the tower. It just feels bad because you have to take Soth, and the weapons that you would like, Volk and Soth are effectively competing for the same weapons. I mean, you don't actually have to use Soth, mind you, but it just, it feels that the situation feels bad. Like if you were going to take one thief character into the tower, it would clearly be Volk if it was going to be anyone, but that's not how the game works. So will I actually take him into the tower? Probably not, but I think you could if you wanted to. Alright, enough about Volk, on to the chapter. So, as we did before, come up and do this. Bam. Maybe Nolan will get a better level up this time. Well, he did. Not a lot better. Okay. And then, how do we want to do this? How does Valencia fare against these cats? She doesn't actually take that much damage. So we might either be able to set her up with a kill or for a kill, or have her set somebody else up with a kill. All right. One of those things. I mean, she can't take... If she takes damage and if I don't heal... Oh, there's a tree here. Okay, it's kind of hard to see. So... And so we could put Janaf here, have Valencia here, Ulki here, and somebody else here, and then Valencia could take at most 2 attacks. And if she can take at most 2 attacks, then she can only die if she gets hit 3 times, and I don't heal her, which obviously I could heal her, so yeah. Alright, so then... Well, I was saying Oki here, but maybe it would actually be like Zahark, Lucia, or something. Interesting. So Zahark doubles this guy, and then potentially takes a lot of damage for his trouble. Shinon. I think we go ahead and go for the kill on the slower, or the faster one rather, with Shinon. Killer Bow, 51% chance, close to 51% chance to kill. That's a little lower. There he goes. Alright, then I think we have Zahark. So actually I should check 26 speed, 26 speed, 26 speed. So Zahark does double all those guys. It's actually, in some ways, not a good thing. Because I don't want him to kill them and then die. The Pukums might be weak enough to avoid that particular scenario. I guess the other thing we can do is if we bring Ulki, if we have like Ulki shove him afterwards and then occupy this spot, then they'll probably go for Ulki. So. Oh, he canceled, and he killed him. Okay, well, so much for kills for Alencia, unless like Tibarn can shove her, which I really doubt. Actually, he might be able to if he shifted, but I also wanted to put Tibarn over here. So, actually, I should look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Not a problem. Let's do that. Do Valencia here. Janoph here. Use some Olivia Grass. Guess I'm not going to use the stone after all. Oh, he can't. Okay, never mind. We'll do it like this. Nope, we won't do it like that. Alright, fine. We'll just not use the grass on Ulki this turn. Maybe he'll get chanted next turn after using grass or something like that. Oh, that's the same. Any face stinger is all the way back in chapter 1-4 with the barrels, with the Leguse bandits. So technically, these enemies are considered bandits. No, Janoph, no, no. Adept. Uh-oh. I wonder if that other... Oh, no, that... well, I can't tell if that... I can't tell if that, Oh, yep. Dodge! Nope. Okay.